Buttons. Okay, this is a weekend call for the weekend of the August 15, 16 for our Bucky call. We've been reading Program the Universe, and we've taken a special side jaunt to discuss a very important issue, ground rules or framing for this meeting. And the last couple of weeks have been on that. And we want to, I think our first order of business is to finish that discussion. And when that's finished, we'll move into Program the Universe, which Fred will conduct. I just want to say that Joe sent a thing. Evidently, Joe has a life now. He's got a partner, somebody he feels real good about. So that's a wonderful thing. So he said he may not make it tonight. So keeping that in mind, we're ready to roll. Lee, how are you feeling and what do you anticipate for this evening's conversation?
I keep forgetting that you can mute me. Darn you. I'm feeling really wonderful compared to what I have felt like these last 2 weeks. I'm still a little, you know, lightheaded and weak, but I'm gaining back. I'm finding other things that are um residual. I've quit my pills, but the pills are still reacting on me. And I wanted to go out in the sun, but I had to stay in the shade. It was turning me orange. My legs, I only had my legs out and I was turning orange. It disappeared, but so I feel pretty good though. And I'm excited to get this all finished, recorded, and documented, and signed by everybody, and then get to the book. I'm dying to get to the book. No, I'm not going to say the word die. I want to live for this book. Anne, how do you feel?
Uh, Thanks, Lee. Actually, I feel very, very like cared for, right? So in this group, it's always been that way. I hope that's how it comes across as well from my end because we've got a wonderful group of people here, and uh, and the things that each and every one of you are doing, I know is impacting. And I would love actually to hear more of the things that you do because. Um, I've been sharing the things I do. Some of you have, but not all of you have. So I would love to really find out more of what you guys are doing. That would be great along the way as we, yeah. For today, yes, I'm looking forward to finishing off our ground rules. We're almost there. I can see it, feel it as well. It feels good as well. Feels right. Feels good. And then yeah, to get to the book. So thank you very much. Yeah. And Richard, thank you for saying what you did. That maybe we shouldn't even be recording it all. Yeah, so that option as well. Thank you. So over to Richard, to you. How do you feel, and what would you like to take away today?
Well, I'm really glad with and pleased with the way we've been discussing both the NDA kind of context as well as uh, the basic rules or working rules. Um, in general, on the broader basis, I'm still working on getting the new director from the Perry Center, Jonathan Alday.
Mhm.
It's starting to take shape. We've actually done I think we're going to be doing a bit of a course correction because one idea was to have a big public event and have lots of people come and see it, and that's not been sort of unfolding the way I hoped it would, and so I felt that we should course correct and work with a small group of maybe 15 or so people that would have a mixture of a faculty member, if you want, an academic, and a matched student, similar to something I did years ago in another context. And so you get um, the seasoned person, if you want, or maybe the person who is locked into a particular way of thinking and bias. And you might have the fresh minds of young people or people in a student role and get them together and have them in a circle environment in a outdoor area, land area, and to begin talking about gentle change that might trigger into ways in which a university system can shift away from its traditional silo approach to study and learning and analysis of or critical analysis of their work and the work of others. So uh, it's quite exciting, and here it is, August the 15th, and our target date is September the 16th. So it's just 4 weeks out. It's getting closer and closer. So I'll keep you posted. Where are we? Fred, how are you feeling, and what's your expectations for today?
Thank you, Richard. I feel protected by an NDA, and let's get cracking. Stephen, how are you feeling today, and what is your desired takeaway?
I'm feeling really good.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Thank you. And I'm gonna mute you, Lee. I'm feeling really good. I feel like there's a few balls in the air that are really important balls, and I don't want to drop any balls. So I'm happy for the feedback. And if I'm a little bit too obsessive compulsive about any details, please forgive me. I just don't want to drop any balls. So I'm excited about our conversation about our YouTube policies as they may unfold, and excited about the ways we can share here that'll be of maximum benefit to us particularly and to the world in generally, if that's at all possible. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm prepared to show our ground rule documents and stuff and conduct that conversation when we're ready to go. So Fred, how are you feeling, and what do you anticipate for today?
I've already said that. I'm feeling
Oh,
protected
did
by
you
an
really?
NDA. And
So-
yeah,
Oh, that's right. You were like 10 seconds. It blew my mind. Thank you. I almost
yes.
forgot. Yeah.
And Richard wants to say something. He's
Yeah. Go ahead,
I
Richard.
said,
Yeah, I wanted to pick up on your don't want to drop balls idea. Give you a quick story of years ago when I first started using the tetrahedron with styrofoam balls and knitting needles and used to carry it around. And people were, in a sense, giving me a bit of a rough time. But one day I was coming down the hallway of my office building on the way to my office, and I was walking by a colleague, a woman, who was in the door frame talking with a stranger, a visitor. And they were in some kind of chat. And I come walking by. I said hello to her. Or no, I didn't say hello to her. She broke out of the conversation and said hello to me. And in saying it, she says, "Hello, Richard. How are your 4 balls today?" And went back into the conversation with the stranger. And you could see his chin drop all the way down to the floor. Like, oh my God, what kind of outfit is this that they can have that kind of morning conversation? So anyway, I didn't drop my balls that day, but I think that fellow dropped his chin.
Yeah.
I'd love to be in a wall of whoever he was and wherever he is now in terms of how he might tell that story.
Very cool. Okay, well, yeah, jumping right into the balls. I've got 2 documents up here that I can share in terms of ground rules. And that is, I'm just going to share my screen rather than try to share a specific document because it makes things a little bit faster. That's Ann's NDA. We don't need that. I'm going to close that down. I'm anticipating that to come through eSign. And here we go. This is Richard's document, which is kind of my version. Richard, as I pointed out to you, I added in some bullet points to kind of make it easier to see there are different topics. I changed the background. I'm happy to discuss this document if you like in any way. This is a good contextual document about backgrounds and organization and the ideas of self-organizing. So we can discuss that. And the other document that I have is this one here, which is kind of like the latest version that we've kind of been editing on as a group relating to the ground rules. And so do we need any further discussion on this, Richard? Because I think
we need a final reading at least.
Say again, Fred?
Yeah.
I say we need a final reading at least.
A final reading of this? Okay.
No, of the other one?
Of the other one. We just need a final reading on
this
other
one. Right? This one too, but you said, do we need further discussion? I think if we assume we don't, if we do a final reading, this will answer the question.
Right.
Yeah, well, the only thing that hasn't, in my mind anyway, been really looked at is the mission vision statement.
Okay. The mission vision statement is.
Yeah, this and the etiquette rules.
Is it inside the diamond or is it up here? Which one are you talking about, Richard?
Well, where you see mission results, and I've got their TBD drafted in language appropriate to the study group. So there's something that could go in there that then completes the frame.
Okay. Are you suggesting we spend time as a group and develop that copy, or do you want to just propose something for it?
No, I think we would have to spend some time. There was something that was in last week that was just sort of like a one-liner, but I can't remember exactly where it was. But
a one-liner.
I think it came out of one of my AI sort of dialogues, and it basically just talked about we're engaged in the study of Fuller's books and his works and others, and wanting to, learn as deeply as we can about how things work and operate in our universe.
Okay. I'm looking for the word engage here. It's not in either one of those things.
No.
So it's not in either one of these pages. I'm not sure where it is, Richard. Where do you want to go from here?
What? I mean,
on top of the tetrahedron, over personal meaning, code of honor, just above that. There we go. Mission results.
Results from this kind of self-organizing framework are designed to.
No. Under that, there we go.
Here?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the paragraph we have not worked on. That's what Richard mentioned.
So do we want to put some words in there before we proceed?
I think we do.
Richard, you started to say some words that we are engaged in what? How do you want to say it? Don't let me influence you.
Well, we're engaged with Buckminster Fuller's books and readings in quest of a deepest possible learning and dialogue about living systems within our universe.
Okay. I think that's good. We are engaged with Buckminster Fuller's books and readings in quest of deepest possible learning and dialogue about living systems in our universe. And I think that we could even add here readings and associated works by various authors.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think we're doing the deepest possible learning. I think we're doing more of the widest possible learning.
Mm. Okay.
Say from various
We
sources.
we don't really go in depth.
No.
We stay at the varnish level of knowledge, but we go pretty wide.
How about more profound?
And if we keep the focus on wide, we can, stick with our understanding of the flat Earth as well.
Of the
That's a joke.
Yeah. Widest possible learning. How's that? Widest possible. So we are engaged in Buckminster Fuller's books and readings and associated works by various
I
authors.
also don't think that's what we're doing. We don't do for the widest possible.
What do we do?
I think we engage in learning a little bit about the universe through the eyes of Buckminster Fuller.
Yeah.
How about a better understanding? For better learning.
Yes.
And we can say an understanding about living systems in our universe. Does something like that work, Richard?
Oh, yes. Yeah. It's like that idea of it's sort of the goal or the mission that our eyes are all focused on. And so when you get into a question about whether or not somebody's breaking a rule, let's say, or outside of the framework, very often it can be resolved by trying to understand how they're doing whatever they're doing that's related to the common mission that we're all on. And it sort of takes some of the edge off, I think, in terms of what could be a I don't know, a direct sort of engagement or even confrontation between one, two, or more people. Our eyes are on the goal, on the mission. And so everything we're doing is trying to get us closer to the mission or stay true to the mission, to be guided by the mission.
Okay. I put more focused learning because that brought up your eyes focused on a thing. We are engaged in Buckminster Fuller books and readings and associated works by various sources in quest of a more focused learning, dialogue, and understanding about living systems in our universe.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You feel good about that?
Yeah, and
I don't like it.
And it's organic, and so if it's organic, then it's open for I don't like it, and we can work on some more.
Okay, cool. I'm
I
complete.
think Fred has a suggestion in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. In order to do that, I have to do this. Engage in learning a little bit. Yeah, I like the little bit. That sounds very Bucky and Kelly. Do the eyes of Buckminster. Okay. Through books and other studies, we engage in acquiring a better understanding of the universe through the eyes and learning of Buckminster Fuller. Okay, those are two different sentences that almost say kind of the same thing-ish.
Yes, it's a matter of choice of vocab. I don't think we are in a quest for more focused something. I don't think we're very focused on anything.
Okay. So
And,
are we in
and,
quest?
and
like
even
the
we are,
second
even we are, that's not the purpose, is that we're not searching for more focus. I don't think that's what we're doing.
Okay.
I love that second iteration of Fred's, the through the books and other studies.
All right. I'll just put it here. And you think that could stand alone?
Yeah,
Yeah,
All right. Then let me do it this way.
That could be it.
tighter. Yeah, it's tighter.
I'm amending it. Other studies.
Let me see here.
Through books, other studies, and animated discussions, we engage in acquiring a better understanding of universe through the eyes and thinking of Buckminster Fuller.
And animated discussions. Is that what you
Yes,
said?
that's what
We
we do.
are engaged in acquiring a
You can
better
copy.
understanding.
You can copy paste if you want.
I did copy and paste it, Fred, and
Okay.
I'm just adding your
Okay.
animated discussion in here. Acquiring we can go a little bit better or just a better understanding of universe through the eyes and thinking of Buckminster Fuller.
Yeah, I
We
think of
should
that.
change. We should change the first through because it's through twice. Via.
We should change the first what?
Through the first letter, the first word. Use via.
Okay, via.
Yeah.
Via books and other studies. And animated discussions, we are engaged in acquiring a better understanding of universe through the eyes and thinking of Buckminster Fuller. Okay? Hopefully I'm being a good scribe. Are we complete with that? Good. Richard's got thumbs up.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay. We can maybe we can polish it a little bit later, but right now
Okay.
It's a good
Now we're coming to the ground rules discussions, which I'm going to propose that we've gone through these several times. We edited them last time, and I'm prepared to. I think the proposal is that when someone new comes on the call, they go through and are sworn in. Fred remembers when Kelly went through this with me with everybody on the call, and the goal is that every time somebody new comes in, we give them these rules in advance. They agree to them, then they come on and say, we either go through them individually or just say, do you acknowledge this code of honor? And do you agree to be back to what was the final thing? I hereby make these. Are you willing to make these rules yours? And are you willing to abide by them? So our intention is that everybody comes on the call does this. And what I propose tonight is we read through it, and if each one of them say yes and be happy with the words, then we've completed our commitment and we're ready to go.
I think you're going to rob us of having our own sworn in to do it as a group exercise. I think we should do it individually. I think it's a very personal thing to do, and
Okay.
we should not do it as a group.
Okay. I'm going to do this and make this the 260815 version of this. Because all of this stuff here that I've just highlighted in blue is in the other document, I'm going to take it out. And this was just a little document that I prepared where I took the different elements and put them together in a chart so they could kind of be compared and spent time comparing them. And I'm prepared to delete that because I think it's we've talked about it in general and it is not necessary. So I'm prepared to delete this. Hopefully, if somebody objects, I can always undo. But that goes bye-bye. And so what we have left is just this document here. Oh, and it went into landscape mode, which is very interesting because when I deleted that section break, it switched over. So I'm going to switch it over now to what? There we go. So there it is on a page. Okay, shall we go through it as a group and make sure we're good with all the words?
Yeah, so we
Yes,
can.
you have Lee and Richard with
Good.
their hand raised.
Lee, go ahead. Thank you, Fred, for pointing that out. Lee, I'm going to mute. You go ahead.
I like the idea where we can just raise our right hand and swear that we agree with these ground rules after we have gone through them and made our statement individually. I don't mind swearing with
Okay.
my hand.
It's not about swearing. It's
You're-
about a commitment. So
Oh,
we're
a
not really
commitment.
swearing, there's no oath
Okay.
here. It's about a personal self-organizing principle of commitment. I'm willing to make these rules mine. So you're willing. We both got muted. So I just had a discussion with Lee. She said a swear, but she's acknowledges that this is not an oath or a swearing. It's just simply where she says by raising our hand, by her raising her hand, she's happy to make these rules hers and abide by them as a self-organizing principle for herself. And so, but the question is, Fred's kind of proposing, hey, we should each go through these. And when I hear you saying, Fred, we should each read through these and say, and having read through them, I accept them, having read through them. And I don't mind that. And I even don't mind if somebody wants to change a word for themselves. We don't all have to agree to the same thing as long as we have basically committed to the self-organizing principle and agree. Now, if we can all agree on all the words, great. But if somebody wants to change one, I have no problem with that, unless it violates my thing.
Can you
Yeah.
make it a bit big? Can you make it a bit bigger? It's
Sure.
very hard to see.
Here we go.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Good. It doesn't show all of it at once on the paper, but we can review it from there.
Well,
Richard,
operating rules are not so important at this moment.
Okay, good. Richard, your hand's up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to make sure, in my mind anyway, that we're working back and forth between the framework approach and the text of what we're looking at now. And so with that in mind, that means that we're thinking about the code of honor being inside the framework as something that'll guide. And I really like what you said a few minutes ago about we could change a word, because that really represents the self-organizing principle in action. Because if I changed a word that's a little bit different than, say, your word, I've changed it in the spirit of it will help me connect to the vision of the goal. And that's what self-organizing is about, is allowing each of us to have a slightly different way of doing things if we want to, but we have the common vision in mind. And so that if we understand those, or the code is the inside part of the framework, and then the other four are the nodes of the diamond framework, let's say. And if we can keep working back and forth between a visual framework and the kind of linear text of each of these four, well, actually 5 areas.
Go ahead, Fred.
I'm questioning our sanity here. Are we going to spend 3, 4, 5 weeks discussing on the precise wording on this thing and then say, well, it doesn't matter how you say it? I think we agree on the wording and we stick to it.
And I think that an individual ought to have the right to suggest a change in the words to match their paradigm. I mean, what if suddenly Buckminster Fuller came on the call and said, well, you know what? I think a better word here is that. And then we would have a chance to discuss that
Yes,
with it.
but that's Buckminster Fuller, and we're not expecting him to come. Who's
Except
going to
that
come? So who's
sometimes,
going to come
though,
on the no. Who's going to come on the call is somebody that has to come with his head bent and humble and accept the rules of the group and then earn his our respect, earn his credentials, and then maybe after some time has something to suggest.
well,
I think that's the way it works. Of course,
that
if
might,
Buckminster Fuller come there and tells us well, start doing things differently, we'll do that. But
except
we
Fred,
don't.
except Fred, may I say that if you were coming in on the first roll in and you had a suggestion on the words, I would think that those suggestions might be valuable for everybody in the group that you wouldn't that and I would hate to have you come in and eat humble pie for a year or for 3 months to earn your credibility. I think if you come in and you have a suggestion, it's worth considering. And that's what, of course, Captain Kirk would do that to his crew, and so would Captain Picard, and I'm a Star Trek guy.
Not at the moment of intronization. If there's something to change later on, there can be some discussions and suggestions from that person. But the moment we intronize somebody into the group, we do not give away the power of the group to somebody to change anything.
Well, it'd be
After,
consensus
after,
that
after he's, I think it's very important. After that person has a burden to the rules, then maybe he can humbly suggest that maybe this wording is not quite precise enough and it would be better to change it. But that comes after. Before that person is included in the group, he has nothing to say until he's included in the group.
again, Fred, if you were to, if I said I have a buddy, Fred, he wants to come in, and Fred, if you were to read these rules and say, you know what, there's a word here I can't deal with, and if that word's going to stay, I can't be in the group. I would want to
But
hear what that is, and give
then
me a
don't,
chance to incorporate the word change, so that
I
you
don't
can.
think so.
I
I
do.
think I think these are our rules, not somebody's coming in rules. If somebody wants to come in and can't abide by our rules, then don't come in.
Go ahead, Richard.
Well, what I think right now is that as we go along, if let's say we take what Fred is just saying into account, then as we move along, certainly from my perspective, I'll be in my mind saying, are we kind of operating off of a self-organizing sort of underpinning? And it could be that we eventually, or not even eventually, maybe we realize at the very beginning that the self-organizing principle is not something that we want as an underlying dynamic of what the framework is all about.
So what did you
Crossing,
say?
I agree what you're saying, Richard. I understand what you're saying, Richard, but we have to make a distinction between what's in and what's out. Until
Yeah, well,
somebody has until somebody has a burden by our rules, they're out. After that, they're in. Once they're in, we can talk. But
yeah,
you cannot change the wording because suddenly you feel
I,
unsure.
I'm not suggesting you change the wording right now. I'm suggesting we go with the way in which you are expressing it. And for me, I will keep mulling it over in my mind as to whether this kind of represents self-organization in either its purest form or maybe some modified form. And it could eventually end up us realizing that it really isn't a self-organizing sort of framework that we've got. It's a rule-based, it's a fairly firm guideline that we have set up for ourselves, and we all agree with it.
Yeah, it's a boundary. And self-organizing, it's not like we just met each other. We've been operating under those rules and we've been discussing them for 4 weeks already. So can we agree on a set of rules? And if we not, then let's keep talking until we do agree and there's nothing else to change. I believe we can do that. We very much shown that we're able to do it, at least 99%, because that's where we're at. And as time passes, we will ourselves figure out, okay, maybe that wording should be changed, and we will do this by agreement. But somebody that's not in, that doesn't know how this group operates, has no say in how the group operates until they're in.
Okay.
They have to operate within the boundaries of the framework. Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to say this one more time, and I admit I'm kind of idealistic. Fred, if you were my friend and I was referring you into this group, or if Jesus were my friend, or Buddha were my friend, and I was referring them into this group, and they looked at these and said, hey, there's a better word to put in this particular place. I think that I don't care if they're a member, I don't care if Jesus or Buddha or you were a member of my group for at all. If you have a suggestion on how I can build a better context for self-organization, I want to consider that at the outset. I don't want to have you have to conform to the hierarchy for a period of time until you've gained trust. You are a divine, inspired entity, an irreducible entity, and I think that it's important to create a context that allows you to participate and make my life better because you said, hey, I can do these if we change that word or change that phrase. I mean, I was happy with the words and phrases the way that they were presented when we started this a month ago. And I'm even more happy with the words we have here now because it's given us all a chance to participate and be part of the group. So
yes, but we're in. Yes, but we're in. Now we're talking about somebody that's out has no part in this discussion.
Okay. I'm happy to change this anyway. You know, if everybody wants to go, I just want to say there is nobody that's out of my circle. They may think they're out of my circle, but they're not out of my circle. There was a song I put in the words the other day, to all those outside the circle. Yeah.
Steve, you say your circle. It's not your circle, it's our group.
Well, no, this is my circle because I make these rules mine. I'm self-organizing for me to be here.
Maybe it's a subset of your circle, but it's not your circle. It's maybe within your circle.
If it's not my
but
circle, I'm not going to be here. It's my circle. I make these
yes,
mine.
it is. No. It's not the totality of your circle. It's a
It is.
subset of your circle. Your entire circle is us?
No, I'm just
Okay.
here, and because we all agree to these, we become concentric circles.
Yes, but this is inside. You may have people that are in your circle but not in the group. And those
And if they
people,
don't,
even though
and if they have a better idea on how to make
those,
these, yeah.
and they have
Okay.
no say until they are in the group.
Okay.
Okay, you understand what I mean? There's a
I
boundary
totally
there.
understand what you mean. I totally disagree.
I know
So,
that you disagree, but
yeah.
you disagree by telling me they're in your circle. Well, it's not relevant here.
It is relevant. Jesus and you are in my circle, whether you think you're in my circle or not. And if I've got to change a word in order to support you in being in my circle, I'm happy to do it. Now, and so we're just disagreeing, and that's fine. Richard has his hand up. Lee has her hand up. And Fred, if you're good, we'll go with Richard and Lee. Are you good, Fred? Because I don't want to cut you off, my friend.
Now, my hand is actually down.
I've made my point, so it's okay.
Good. So, Richard, did you just lower your hand? Or are you chickening out? No. Richard, are you do you have a comment on this at this point?
Well, I had my comment. I think
Which is
I'm operating off of my understanding of self-organizing, and so it's unfolding in some ways in that regard. But if we keep reading a little bit ourselves about self-organizing, and we come to a consensus understanding of it, or we come to a divergent understanding, then it's going to help us use the actual language of being inside the framework and the nodes that frame the framework, and we'll be able to operate within that kind of framework, whether it's primarily self-organizing or some modification of it, or not self-organizing at all.
So do you want me to take these words out of here? Are you okay with me taking these words out of here?
I don't know what are those words.
Individuals who make
define-
these rules theirs may propose a change to a word or phrase to conform to the individual's context to be approved by consensus of the group.
Yes, I agree. We can remove that.
So Richard, are you good with removing that?
Well, for me, from a self-organizing point of view, it starts to shift me a little bit away from self-organizing.
I agree.
Can you define what self is in self-organizing? What does self refers to?
It's the self refers to each of us.
Okay, us inside the group.
No.
Yeah, well, yes, in that
Inside
sense.
the group. That's what it is. Inside the group. Our group is self-organizing. Anybody else not in the group is not self-organizing this group. Once we have them inside, they can participate in our self-organization.
Well, that's where we differ a little bit on self-organizing.
Okay, so what does self refer to?
Self refers to each of us, and let me try it this way. For me, is that I'm focused on the missions, as you are, all of us are, but I feel really comfortable coming to our sessions in a shirt and tie. You like coming in a sleeveless T-shirt, and that's just a little bit of a variation of myself organizing to be in the best place possible for our discussions that's leading to the mission. And so I don't need or I would rather not have a rule that said I have to come in a shirt and tie, or I have to come in a sleeveless T-shirt. And so it's allowing for that kind of variation in the way in which we organize ourselves towards the achievement of the goal. And so that's kind of where we're probably a little bit of a difference here.
I think it's much more fundamental than the dress code.
Oh, I know it. I just use that as an example.
Yeah, I understand, but it's much more fundamental than that. It's either way in or way out. If you're not in, you're out. And the intronization is intronization. It's to bring somebody inside. And that has to mean something. If you have the same ability to influence what's inside when you're outside, why would you want to be inside?
But I mean, if in a Bohemian dialogue sort of sense, I really need to, in my own mind, sit back and understand kind of how this works for you and how you're defining it. And I have my own, if you want, suspended judgment. And so I'm willing to work with these inside rules, the honors, which you're talking about in terms of these. This is inside the framework, and the framework is out there. It's got some guidelines, and once you're in, then we work with the framework that's inside the honor rule. And in my Bohemian mindset now, that I have to sit back and suspend anything that I may feel that you're too adamant about a particular way of defining it. I sit back and allow that to happen and think about it and feel it and experience it, because it may be exactly what we need in terms of working inside the framework. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at.
Are you
Thank you.
complete then, Richard?
Pardon?
Are you complete then?
Yeah.
Good. Fred, are you complete with
Yeah,
Richard?
yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah. Thank you.
Lee has her hand up.
I believe that this individual that would be asked to come in should not have a say until they are in. And then I think we need to give them 3 days, a week to understand our rules. Even more, why not give them a month? That they can leave if they don't like it, or if we don't like what they suggest. Their suggestion may be really wonderful, but we need to have the time as individuals, the original individuals. I don't consider myself as an original, but I am one now. And I've been here for more than 1 week. And I would love to give that individual a chance to understand where we come from first, instead of him or her changing immediately before they come in. Because I would have been frustrated if I had come in and said, you know what? I don't like this. This is wrong. We need to, we got to do it this way. And I think I would be interrupting years of commitment by all of you if I came in that way. So I'm all through. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee.
Okay. I've got some wording changes here. So I'm going to share, just finished typing. Okay.
There's more value to being inside than outside.
Yeah.
A clear boundary makes the group more attractive.
Yeah. And see, to me, there is no inside.
We can't hear you, Steve. You muted yourself.
Okay, good. Now you can hear me. So
And then you're not sharing your document.
I know I'm going to share it in a second.
Okay.
So I want to make clear that I heard what Lee said, and I've heard what you said, and I've been busy making some edit changes. So here we go, based on our conversation. So the original document read, oh, and by the way, I went ahead and put this code of honor is intended to be interpreted within the context of the mission / results document, which is this guy here. Whoops, no, which is
we know.
right, this guy here. This is the mission results document right there. Okay. Okay.
And you've got to have the other 3 things is in the framework as well.
So tell me the word you want.
Well, it's bounded on one side by the Toltec agreement, and on the other side by the operating rules, and on the bottom by the leadership sort of approach. And what we're talking about now is inside that framework.
We kind of say that up here, but that's okay. Toltec agreements.
That's why I was saying to move back and forth between the framework sort of page and if you want, the text page. So we can do the kind of thing that I think Fred's getting at. What's inside the framework and what is boundaries of the framework? What are the boundaries? Boundary nodes.
See, I'm confused about the nodes, Richard, because is personal meaning a code of honor? Is that one of the nodes? Personal meaning code of honor? Is that
No, the personal meaning is inside the framework.
okay? And these words are to be changed based on the other document.
Yeah,
Because this is the personal meaning code right here, right? Because I haven't been updating this copy inside here. And what you're saying is that this copy inside here refers back to the code of honor. So what we could do
Yeah.
here is just we could take all this out because we reworked it.
yeah, right. I mean, whatever we end up with in terms of the code of honor will get
Let's
put inside the framework.
let's finalize it before we start copy pasting everywhere.
Well, except that Richard just agreed that all the words there were superfluous and were that the words that he had inside here was referring to this document here.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's all.
Okay, good.
That's all I was trying to say at the beginning is that document is eventually going to be inside the framework. And we've got the mission statement, we've got the leadership, I think, and right now we've got the Toltec agreement and the operating rules as the other sort of corners of the framework.
Very good. And so there's a leadership. Is leadership the node down here, or is Angelus Arian the node down there?
No, leadership is down there. Angelus Arian, actually in terms of the way we're working on this could be removed. It could be
Okay.
sort of a reference if you want at some point, or it could be.
In the end, the Toltec agreement and Angelus Arian can be removed. They don't need to be there because we've made these rules ours. We
Except
can
they're
cite
nodes.
them.
They're nodes on
We-
the framework.
Yeah, but the node, we can have the context rule or something like that. We don't need to have Toltec
Yeah, and when we do
Angela
that,
Arian.
well, I'm just saying that if we actually end up doing the kind of thing that Fred is just talking about, then we actually lose the need to even have a diagrammatic framework. It's just that we're going to have a mission and results, and we have these code of honor, and we probably have a kind of a leadership facilitation agreement, and that's it.
So we can get rid of this altogether? Is that what you're saying?
No, we're talking about it. We're not.
Yeah. We're not doing it now, but Fred seemed, if he's saying that actually once we get the code of honor all worked out and we all agree on it, we can probably go over to the Toltec agreement side and say we don't need it.
I like it.
Or maybe we need it. It's out in the open at this moment. We have not worked very much on this document yet. We're
We
working on
haven't
the other
worked
one.
on this document at all. So that's where my confusion lies. Okay, so this node is leadership. This node is Toltec agreements. This node is operating rules. What's the top node?
Now, the top node is mission results, but the left node, Toltec agreements, it's not ours.
No, but that's the context that of the
Yes, but
self-organization.
I think it's unfortunate.
I don't
Toltec
think it is.
agreement.
I love the
I
idea of
think,
never
no,
making a
I understand, but hear me. It's not ours. It's somebody else's. So we've got to
It's
make
mine
this
if I
ours.
make it mine.
Okay, please let me finish.
Yeah.
Toltec agreement is something that gives us inspiration. We like it because this is how we intend to behave inside the. It's really hard to focus on anything when the screen is changing every 2 minutes from one to the other. Can we choose one and leave it on?
Well, I just pointing out that here in
I
this
know you're just doing something, but it's 3 times I'm restarting what I'm saying. Then when you're not over talking me, then you change the screens. It's very difficult to focus.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you. The Toltec agreement that we talk about, they're not ours. The operating rules are ours. It's our mission statement. It's our leadership. It's our code of honor inside of it. But the Toltec agreement seems like a hair in the soup. It's not ours.
It's a
So
node.
we have no, it's a node, but it's unfortunate that it's put as a node. It's an information of how we built our context, but it's not
Well,
part of us. So we need
well,
to probably change this node to something else that encompasses both the Toltec agreement and Angelus Arian.
well, that's what
That's
I
my
stuck them over there.
that's my suggestion. But we don't have to do this now. We should focus on the other document.
Well, we're talking about making this agreement that sets up a context for our actual rules. The rules are inside of here, and there's supposed to be 4 nodes here, which I'm still not clear on. Leadership is 1 node, operating rules is another node, Toltec agreement is another node. I don't know what this node is up here. This has been my question from the beginning.
Mission.
No, this mission, from what I understand from Richard, is it's the title of the whole document. Now, Richard, maybe you can
No,
clear.
no, it's not. It's the 4th node. It's that.
Oh, okay, good. Because when I asked that question last week, you told me it wasn't. So I'm happy to put it down there as the 4th node. That's fine with me.
I think I told what I said last week is that we don't have that node yet. It's just a placeholder because we hadn't actually worked in some of the text, and
And
now
so you're willing to move the title, mission results, into an actual node position, which you weren't doing last week. So now
I had it as a placeholder.
Okay, good.
So
So-
it's always been the node.
So do you want to consider, shall we, Richard, do you want to revamp this so it represents more of a framework that you want? Shall we talk about it more as a group? Or is
No.
it a complete overview now and we can leave it and go to the other document?
Well,
What do you want to do with it?
what I'm seeing now, if we want to stick with the idea of a framework for a while, we've got the mission node, we've got the leadership node, we've got the operating rules node,
Okay.
We've got the honor activities inside the framework,
Okay.
and Fred is just saying now that there's something that is not quite right about the Toltec because it's not ours. So if that's the case, then we probably have to push that one over to the side if you want, and then say this node still needs to be articulated or formed so that we'll end up with this 4-node framework with the honor activity inside the framework.
Okay. Are you complete with
Yeah.
so far? Anne, you have your hand up.
Yeah, sorry, had to run down for a bit. Just to be very okay, my 2 cents. Yeah. First off is that okay, when I first joined, right? Actually, for me, it was just like you have to be polite, and not just go and change people's stuff, particularly if they don't know us yet. That's all. And they have to have that time to get to know what we're doing. Yeah. Before making adjustments and all that, because I mean, if I'm going in somewhere new and I want to change stuff, I think it'll be very, very rude, very, very rude. I would find that lah. Yeah. Unless they really, really are so clear, been following us a lot over the years, but even then they need to come in and so on. Yeah. Then after that, if they make a suggestions and all that, I think our group is open enough that we can listen, right? So that's that take. The other one is I do agree because the code of honor and other things like when I went through the code of honor with this blessing, right? Because he's got the whole book on it and how to even set it up. And the thing is that the code ultimately in our organization belongs to us, even if we like some of the codes and we use them because these are very generic stuff, right? So I can see the Toltec agreement. There are a couple of things that are already in our code, yeah. But then it becomes ours. It's not Toltec's. That's primarily it. And I think I get the idea that we can do our own at the side there and keep some of the stuff, but it will be our agreement. We don't need to call it toe tag. I think that's what Fred is trying to say. Am I right, Fred?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Yes,
like
you are perfectly right. I agree with you.
okay. So okay, there are terms that we like, certain things we see others are putting in theirs, and we can use those as examples, either tweak it or we use it as our own. And that's okay. It's really good. And I can see Steve, that you really like it, and so do we. And I think it appearing in our code is perfect. Yeah, that we don't have it at the side there. It's in our code. So I think that's powerful.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay, so from the discussion then, what I've done is I've taken a Toltec agreement and Angelus Arian and stuck it down here in a box because we want to pull it aside. We've got the leadership node down here. We've got the operating rules over here. We have the mission statement here, and we're leaving this node blank, is what I heard you
Yes.
say, right, Richard?
Yeah.
Yes, we
Okay,
need
and
to
you're happy with
we
that.
need to let it settle down a little bit, and we'll come up with something.
Okay, good. So this is version 3 of this document.
Basically, maybe it's just something I throw out there as I'm thinking as I speak, or speaking as I think. Maybe the code of honor is that node, and inside is we study the universe or something like that. But this is a non-mature thinking. It's just something like that. So we need to let it rest, and something will come up.
Good. We're letting it rest. Richard, you have a point.
But yeah, this is exciting because this is exactly what can happen. We could say, oh, wait a minute, what if we take that code of honor and put it over here on this empty space node right now? And then inside, what did you just say, Fred, in terms of we're exploring the universe?
I was saying the inside is what exactly we're doing there. It's what because there's a context, and inside, of course, is a content. What are we doing?
Yeah.
And the context is how we're doing it, and what is the intent and all that. And inside is what exactly we're doing.
Yeah, and this is where, for me, where self-organizing really comes alive, because now we're inside a framework, and we agree on the 4 nodes, and we act inside with respect to all of those. And if we do something that says that, gee, I think I'm outside the boundary, or I think you're outside the boundary, then that's when we can challenge, and we can sort of say, well, why are you out there, and what's it got to do with heading for the mission in the way in which we agreed within these 4 nodes? And that's when, if it looks like I'm really out of line, then I get an invite. Do you want to come back in and follow the rules, or do you want to stay out and go elsewhere?
Yes. Exactly.
And then self-organize. Then in that sense, I have to self-organize whether I want to be in or out. And so it's not like, I get thrown out, but I have to commit back to working inside the framework.
Yes.
And that's then when I can wear my shirt and tie, and Fred can wear his T-shirt. And if I don't like the way he dresses, I have to, in a sense, bite my tongue, because he is really contributing in a way that he wouldn't contribute if he had to dress the way I dress. And so you don't have to have this uniform code. And so it leaves the open. There's an openness now in the middle that is really dynamic and allows us to be who we are, allows us to be animated, and we can stay inside the four nodes.
Okay, you complete?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fred.
Yeah, I didn't put my shirt and tie, but I smell good and I shaved.
Yeah.
Are you complete, Fred?
Yeah, I'm done, sorry.
Okay, good. You guys can lower your hands. You can be self-organizing and lower your hand. I almost cussed. Okay, so then here we go with and as Anne pointed out, we have the Toltec rules actually in this thing. So
Yeah.
look, I've taken the deal here. It says individuals can make these rules theirs, may produce a change in the words and phrase to conform to their own individual context to be approved by consensus of the group. I took that out and I said individuals who make these rules theirs and who establish themselves as trustworthy and contributing as a trustworthy and contributing member of the group may propose a change to a word or phrase to conform to the individual's context to be approved by consensus of the group. And I eliminated except for Jesus or Buddha, who can make suggestions for changes before committing to the group. And I took that out because I didn't want to create a discussion about Jesus and Buddha, who are probably not going to show up in this group anyway this week.
They're already there.
Okay, so are you happy with these words here?
No,
No.
it's better left unsaid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Okay,
don't
we're
need it.
going to leave it unsaid.
Yeah, we don't
Whole
need
I
it.
thing
believe
is
I
coming
believe it's
out.
better left unsaid. Don't give people bad ideas. We're not going to have this discussion again and again.
I never like anything to be unsaid. Okay, so it's okay to allow members to flow in and out of the group, but stress continuity to commitment.
Yeah.
Richard and Fred, you both have your hands still up. Oh, Fred just dropped his. So Richard, do you have
I
another
just said
comment?
Yeah, again, I just want to reiterate my own excitement here that says if we take the honor part and make it a node to work with the operating rules, the mission, and the leadership, then there's much more sort of freedom inside to do and behave the way in which we like to in order to stay inside and to work towards the mission.
And maybe because the inside is so open, Buddha or Jesus actually may show up.
They might even they might
they're
already be
already
there. Yeah. No, I really, because then it really, for me, it really makes sense about what Fred was saying about you're in or you're out.
Yeah, you're right.
And and so I'm really happy to support the idea of the honor one becomes one of the framework nodes.
Are you complete, Richard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Fred, your hand is up.
Yes, I know you just said, Steve, that you do not like to leave things unsaid, but upon reflecting of what we're doing in there, I believe I would rather leave it blank. Leave it open to whatever this group becomes. That's where we find Richard's self-organizing. Let's not bind ourselves to what is it we're going to do in there. Let's abide by operating within a context, and let's do what we do in there without specifying it. There's a mission statement, and we will reach it one way or another.
All right, so what we're going to do is take out the totals and we'll say bounded by the nodes. That way the nodes can fluctuate and go from there. And now we have is intended to be interpreted within the context of the mission rules document bounded by the nodes. And it just so happens that mission and results are one of the nodes, but that's okay because that's the name of the document. Does that sound okay for everybody? Okay, Anne, you have your
Yes.
hand up.
Yeah, actually the thing I'm glad should be taken out because I think number 3 covers that already. I'll tell my truth and I'll agree at times and others will disagree with me and that's okay. I think that already covers it, that we don't really need that the other statements. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's already there.
The mention of Toltec and stuff is already there. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
the one that you just removed, the statement you removed, allowing
Yeah.
people to give comments. I think number 3 covers that. That's my point. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
very good.
Yes.
All right,
Very
I agree
powerfully
with you.
covers it. Yeah.
I agree with you. Okay, good. So then any other parts of this operating rules that we want to review? We're okay to allow members
Yes,
to flow
I
in
think
and out? Go ahead.
I think we want. Oh, okay. Please go ahead. Let's have a reading of the operating rules, and then after that, I wish we have a reading of the code of honor just to make sure, and then we can maybe consider it
And
finished
tonight and
or
tonight
nearly
and start
finished.
next week brand new. And maybe I'll grow my gray hair. I'll get blonde hair back, and that's what I want. Okay, here we go. We're reading it per your suggestion, Fred. Okay, to
Yes.
allow members to flow in and out of the study group, but stress continuity of commitment, new and old. What does
What
new
does
and old
new
mean?
and old mean?
I don't know what it means. Maybe new and old members. I don't know. Okay, well, I'm taking that out. Sessions are recorded and notes are taken to create an artifact. The archive may have independent value in the future, mission or vision value, and study group members may be asked to cooperate with the creation of the artifact. Planned call length is 2 hours with flexibility at the consensus of the group.
Agreement is not necessary. Yes, correct.
That's good. And the intention to use multiple forms of media to do more with less, gain experience, and cooperate. Does that mean anything to anybody? Is that good? Just the way the words
Yes,
and the concept?
that-
And the
that's
code of
good.
honor is intended to be interpreted within the context of the mission rules document bounded by the nodes.
No, well,
Should that
there,
be should
the code of
should that-
honor is one of the nodes,
What's one of the nodes?
the code of honor.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is redundant. This is not necessary to have this number 5.
Yeah, especially if the code of honor becomes that node, then you don't need that because the code of
Yes.
honor is going to be there as a node.
Okay.
You take the whole sentence out.
This document is intended to be interpreted within the context of the mission document bounded by the nodes there. Is that good?
Okay.
That's part
Yeah,
of the
well,
operating
yeah.
rules.
Yeah.
I think I think it's not necessary, but we can leave it. It's also not harming.
Okay, good. We have a consensus on the operating rules. There
Yes.
we go.
Provisional consensus.
We have provisional consensus. Okay, good. I'm going to
You
take
can-
Kelly and Fred off of here.
Yes,
That's
please.
it. All right.
The first sentence should be out of that. It's more the operating rules. How to allow new members in.
So you want me to put that down here?
Yeah, maybe not on top, but somewhere. Yeah,
I
put
think
put
right
it
up
put
top
it there.
there.
We can. Maybe it's not there, but yeah. Okay, good.
We can put it at the
Leave
bottom.
it. Yeah, better at the bottom.
Okay, code of honor 1. I will be on time at the appointed time. I will be present. Okay, I will be present at the appointed time. That's kind of redundant wording. I'll be on time at
I
the appointed time. Kind of does that. We can
I
take
think
that
I will
one.
be on. I think I will be on time is enough.
Okay, I'll take that out. Is that good?
I don't think at the appointed time is necessary.
Oh, yeah.
I like it because whatever time we set is it. I mean, I'll be on time to what? I'll be on time at the appointed time, whatever time we say. So if we're going to say we're going to start at half an hour later next week, that's the appointed time.
I don't think we need people that don't understand that we'll be on time.
You guys want me to take it out?
That's what I'm suggesting, but consensus from others.
There's one person wants to take it out. I want to leave it in. What about you guys?
Leave it in.
Take it out.
Leave it in.
Anne?
I think it's not necessary. Yeah, because the time is time.
Okay, we have 2 take it outs and we have three leave it in.
Okay, leave it then.
Okay, good. You're okay if we leave it in, Anne? Even
Sure,
though,
no problem.
all right, great.
Don't worry, it's going to go within a month.
It shows respect for the only non-renewable resource of others, time and togetherness. A, this protocol is the opportunity for me to build self-trust and mutual trust. Whenever possible, I will let a group member know when I am will be absent or late beyond the
Why do
appointment.
why do we call this a protocol?
What's that?
It's being on time is an opportunity for me to build trust and mutual trust.
So you want me to say being on time
That's what I wish. Yes.
is an opportunity.
Thank you.
Whenever possible, I let a group know. Okay, whenever possible, I will let a group member know when I will be absent or late beyond the appointed time. Zero disruption integrity. When I am late, I will enter like a ghost.
Sorry. Point number B again, beyond the appointed time. Is that necessary?
Having left it in the first time, I will consent to take it out the second time. Is everybody good
Thank you.
with
Yeah.
deleting that? I
Yep.
saw Anne say yes.
Yep.
Lee and Richard. Okay, good. Zero disruption integrity. When I am late, I will enter like a ghost. I will do my 10 push-ups. I thought that was really good discussion.
We put this in. I think you can remove that.
Yes.
Richard, shall we take it out or leave it in?
No, you can take it out.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That just hurts me to take it out.
Oh, okay, so we
No.
can.
I'm happy. I'm happy. We're doing good.
Okay.
We're doing good. I'm real happy. I will not ask what did I miss
I think
or disrupt
okay.
the current
This
speaker. I will slip in slowly and I will slip into the flow side.
yeah. This is no leave that. Maybe you take all that. I think
love it.
I think we should say something like that. Okay, let me say this in order. I think we should have a new paragraph which says etiquette. And there's a few things that goes around with etiquette. And mostly the zero disruption integrity is part of etiquette.
So we'll just go.
No, but that's not the new point. That's a new major paragraph at the same level as Code of Honor. Make a new page with etiquette and let's throw in things that are part of etiquette.
Oh, okay.
Make a new number for etiquette or put it
No,
in the
no. A new page. It's a make a new page with etiquette and let's start throwing things in etiquette.
It's okay
Yes.
for etiquette. I think it's etiquette would be a good I think it's good operating rule. Are you okay with that?
No, because we're going to have more things in etiquette than you can
Yeah.
have in operating rules. Maybe that's a sub paragraph in operating rule, but okay, leave it like that. That's fine. That's fine. Etiquette, yes, perfect.
Okay.
And this says when I am late, I will not ask what did I miss and all that and disrupt the group.
I think it should be back up in there because I think it's important, but I'm happy to pull it down below. I really like it above. Everybody happy with it down below?
It's a code of honor. I mean, it's something that people every time are going to have to read through. We don't want it to make it half an hour thing, do we? It has to
No.
be concise.
I think whatever the issue around etiquette can be folded into either the operating rule side or the code of honor.
Okay, but I have plenty of things to put in etiquette, so that let's see how that builds up.
Okay.
Sure.
Operating rules could be put down below.
They are put down below. They're down here.
I mean, down below the etiquette.
Okay, let's review that after we get some feedback on what etiquette is. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. We're on
Oh,
4.
no,
Oh, okay, we're on 3.
no. We're on D.
Oh, we're
We're
on D.
on D. Yes.
As I enter, I will be asked to share how I feel and what I anticipate to take away from the meeting.
Is that more operating rules? How to conduct the meeting?
Totally up to you guys. I think it's fine right there, but we can put it down below if you
Okay.
want.
Okay.
I think it's foundational.
Okay.
Okay, number
So,
2. Everybody
yes.
good with that?
Mm-hmm.
I will support all questions. I don't know what I will means. I will support all questions, period. Why did someone ask that question? Nothing is irrelevant. One person's tangent may bring the entire group to a deeper understanding and steer the conversation to unplanned areas. Okay.
Good for me. Yes.
I will tell my truth, and I agree that at times others will disagree with me, and that's okay. I agree to suspend judgment. I will not overinvest in any particular outcome or opinion.
It should not be in parentheses, any particular.
Should not be in parentheses.
Yes.
Even if it's mine.
Is that redundant? It's too. You like to make things heavy, don't you?
I do. I want to be right in your face. Okay, so is everybody okay with that? Even if it's mine. I will not overinvest in any particular outcome or opinion, even if it's mine. Oh, I really
Yes.
like that, you guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right, good. Fred concedes. When I have completed my share, my thought, I can say I am complete so that others will know. Now, that's something we're kind of adding, but I think it's very helpful. It's okay for the host to say, "Are you complete?" But it'd be nice if I also think the convention about raising the hand and lowering the hand is wonderful, but are we good with this wording?
That's in etiquette.
Yes,
This
etiquette.
goes in etiquette?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then I also learned in terms of outlining, there should be no A unless there's a B. So we're going to put that like that.
Yes.
And we're putting this down here in etiquette.
Yes.
Shown. Well, that,
Yeah.
well, hang on.
Mm.
We go like this, we hit this, then we go like this. Hang on. Okay, now we hit that, and then we hit this. Then we come back over here and hit that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay.
Yes.
And then we'll, okay, good. I am willing to ask questions and share insights. See, this is where I am willing to ask questions is different than I will ask questions. But I'm happy to leave out that distinction. Being willing to do something and actually doing something are two different things. And I notice there are some caps here. We don't need the caps. Okay.
I think that's a good wording. I'm willing to ask questions and share insights.
Okay, good. Whatever happens, I will.
Is that the same as my opinion is mine?
No.
Whatever happens, I will not make things personal. No, it's different. Okay.
It is different. And we could say I will tell the truth. We could put that lower as number 4 and have number 3. In fact, this might even be a good number 2. It might go above, I will support all questions. But I'm happy to leave it there because it's a container and they're all equal.
Let's let's go through the wording and the first, then the hierarchy where you put it can be discussed
I'm
after.
willing to ask questions and share insights. Whatever happens, I will not make things personal. Second Toltec. I will not make assumptions. Third Toltec. I am giving, and now are we ready to proceed to number 5?
I think you
Yes.
don't need the Toltec there though.
Don't need to mention the Toltec
No.
like that.
Mm.
This is very cruel, and because Steve likes a Toltec very much.
Yeah, that's why it's here. We made it,
Yeah.
and it's an honor. We took the ones that we found important and put it as our code.
Actually, we actually took it out of a node modality and we put it down in the bottom box, so it's not a critical thing anymore. We stuck it down here in order to make this work like this. So, but that's fine. As long as we have that context, I'm a happy guy.
Yes, it is it becomes ours because we want it in, Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, agree.
Okay, I'm giving,
Thanks,
let me see. I just have a format thing issue here. I'm giving my permission to group members to call me in, invite me to accountability when I am out of this frame. I really like that wording.
Is that
I could say out of
appropriate
this
to say
code.
giving my permission or giving permission?
I am giving my permission. We can change it either way you like. I give my permission. I am giving permission. I like my permission. And if you want to say, I give my permission,
I'm
does that
giving
work better for
permission.
you?
No, I like I give permission, but it's okay. I'm not going to fight on that one.
Okay, good.
Whichever is I mean it's whichever is suits
could
the
put
Are we all good with that wording the way it sits right now?
Well, you could put it in the language of consent if you want.
Which would say what, Richard?
I give consent to group members.
Mm.
Or
I like the word consent.
Sorry, I did not hear the wording, Richard.
I'm just suggesting permission can be substituted with consent.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people don't know what consent is, but I like to teach them. So I give consent, my permission, to group members to call me in. I like that.
Oh, that's good.
Well, in that case, then, if consent isn't sort of that familiar, then permission is probably a good synonym.
And I think
Why
putting
would
them up there
why would
helps
people
change,
not understand consent?
I
because
don't
they're
know.
not as clever. They haven't dealt with this stuff like we have. We're talking about new people coming in.
Well, you can put it that way.
Consent and consensus is one of the most complicated, misunderstood things on the planet.
And he would know.
Did you hear what she just said? Did you hear what she just said? Could you
Yeah,
hear
tell us more, Lee. Lee, we want to hear more about that.
Alice Morton Lee? Wow.
I just said,
No means no.
Believe it or not, she's given me permission to continue without consulting her on further matters.
Okay, so either we choose consent or permission, but I don't think we need both.
Yeah, I think I like consent.
Wow.
Yes, I like consent too.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Listen, I run so many groups and people do not understand those words, but that's okay.
well, you can then.
We'll have Lee explain them.
We'll have Lee. Yeah, she liked that idea, Fred. Okay, I hereby make these rules mine and I will abide by them. The self-organizing principle. We could put this in front of, no, I like it at the end. It's pretty good.
Okay, so now we want to go back to the point number 1. Do we need at the appointed time?
I like at the appointed time, please. I've given up enough stuff here and Lee likes it, by the way. And I've given up the permission thing. I'd like to leave that in. But if you want to change it.
Okay, that's fine. I'll be back later.
Good. All right, so do we need to review any more of these? I think we have them.
No, just
We have 99. We have 99% of it. We good on that.
Are we ready to make it mine?
go back to the framework now for a minute.
Okay, I'm back to the framework.
We're going to run out of time. So we can
Well-
make it longer, but we need to have the consensus of the group.
Agreed.
What
How
have
much
you
longer do
got
wanna
there
talk
now?
about this? How much longer you need, Richard, if we go there?
No, you've entered it as a node, code of honor.
Yeah, I did. You told me to.
Okay,
Yes.
that's good.
Yeah, you told
Okay.
me to do that.
That's where we're at this
Yeah.
point.
Okay, good. Okay. We're complete.
Well, we did that was a fantastic work. Let's do the
Are we ready to raise our
takeaways
hands on this, or we want to do that next week?
next week.
Oh my
Next.
gosh, you guys are driving me
I'm
crazy.
ready.
No, I'm ready to do it. Okay, Lee, how are you feeling? What are your takeaways tonight? We have, and we were all going a little over time. Is that good with everybody? About another 10 minutes or so?
5 of us has 1 minute, 1 minute each. Let's learn conciseness.
Yes.
Jeez.
My blood sugar is.
Hang on, you gotta, if you want to talk, Lee, how are you feeling? And what are your takeaways today? Let's talk about your takeaways and worry about your blood sugar when you have a chance. Go for it.
Oh, my blood sugar is important. Yes, I'm getting lightheaded from low blood sugar. I am feeling really happy with our discussions. Some of it got a little exciting, but that just made me feel better. People were getting excited about a very important document. And I am excited to raise my hand and say, yay, for this. Sign my name. I am looking forward to doing that with all of you. Thank you. Now, Fred, how are you feeling and what is your takeaway?
If we go, thank you, Lee. If we're going to sign our name, we need to sign in blood, and then you need to fix your blood sugar.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to work.
It's not gonna
So-
work.
My takeaway is that we're getting there. That's my takeaway. And how are you feeling today? And what is your takeaway?
Yeah, thanks, Fred. I'm absolutely thrilled because going through this and doing this whole code and the artifact, and I feel like an OG, of the group now.
What's an
Thank
OG?
you. Original gangster.
Oh, thank you.
It's the
Okay,
parlance
thank
of
you.
the young people nowadays. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much. Richard, how do you feel and what's your takeaway?
Well, I'm feeling quite invigorated. I really like the transition that occurred that took us to a 4-node framework, and that we'll all operate inside it, guided by the four nodes: the mission, the code of honor, the operating rules, and the leadership. So I'm feeling really good in terms of seeing a 4-node framework come alive the way it did this evening.
Thank you, Richard. Pass it on
And
to
Steve, how are you feeling, and what's your takeaway?
You muted, Steve. You muted.
First of all, I want to acknowledge that the host of this group, I could have announced like 20 minutes before. It looks like we're going over and set it up for consensual overtime. Right now, we're going to do it on time. It's looking pretty good. So I could have been more observant on that. Next of all, I'm really grateful for the discussion, and I'm going to pray tonight when I go to bed that Jesus and Buddha will be humble enough to be able to come into our group, submit to these rules for a period of time, and build trust with our group to be able to make suggestions so we can take this whole conversation to the next level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep
I'm
their
complete.
mouths shut until they're invited. Yes.
What's that?
I said, and keep their mouths shut until they're invited to speak. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. All right, I'm complete.
All right. Hey. That was conciseness, an example of conciseness. Thank you very much for that. We're on time. Thank you, everybody.
Appointed time. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.